We are very excited to have a man who just completed his second NBA season, Pacer center Myles Turner. Thank you for joining us, Myles.
Of course, thanks for having me, guys.
Now, you just finished a very good season. You got better in a lot of ways. Added that three-point shot, got better from the free throw line, the blocks across the board. You were my pick to be most improved player before the season started, so I'm happy with my pick. But I want to hear from you. How are you happy with your season and the way you guys went into the playoffs against the Cavs?
You know, I definitely learned a lot. I feel like I just had a decent season. I feel like the sky's the limit for me if I keep working as hard as I am. And it was definitely a lot better than my rookie year, just, given more opportunities and given more playing time. And I took advantage of some, but, I still have a long ways to go.
All right, well, when we heard you were coming on, we asked our fans. This is an interactive show. We wanted our fans to get in their questions for you. So we had a ton of questions on Instagram come in. But let's be honest, our fans can be a little strange at times.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know it. You have some weird friends out there. Yeah, that's why we're introducing a new segment called Worldwide Weirdos. We're taking their questions. We're going to fire them at you here, rapid fire around the horn here, starting with Ski. So here's our first question.
These are real questions. And this was by far the most popular question we got.
All right.
Lucas Porter, we'll give him credit for this one, but again, a lot of people sent it in. Did Quavo actually beat you at knockout?
Yeah, he got me one game. I won 2 games, he won 1. So he beat me, but I technically won.
You won the series.
Yeah,
he took the game. So you were with, Quavo, who else? Offset was there, Chance the Rapper.
Indeed.
You're playing a little knockout. I think some people call it bump, maybe. Yeah, other versions of that. So he got you once.
Indeed.
That checks out. Okay.
He's got a nice little jump.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, no, he's got a stroke. He's a lefty, and he just kept it straight. Elbow was tucked. I was quite impressed.
A litlittle follow-up question to that. Dennis13 Athens writes, after Quavo, because you did take him down, will you take on Bieber?
Oh.
Because Bieber...
He's a lefty, too, from what I know.
He's a lefty, and he's a crossover king.
You don't want to get caught in the water.
He can put you to sleep with this.
Watch it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give it to him. Give it to him. I like that.
Lefty coming up.
Oh, and he's like the final boss.
And the stare down.
Yes.
That was key right there. The stare down was key.
That was mean mugging right there. Okay. Martin D asks, why are you number 33?
It's funny. That was the only number that was available when I was in middle school, so I took it. I've just been rocking with it ever since. So,
oh, really?
I was 32. My favorite player growing up was Shaq. Me and my dad used to watch him in his Miami days, and he was 32, so I wore it in all my little city leagues. But 33 was the only one I could pick, and I've had it ever since.
Stuck with it.
Yeah.
All right.
All the jerseys gone, just 33. Oh, okay, I'll take it.
Exactly.
Okay, the next one comes from G-Smash93. What's your favorite animated movie?
Favorite animated movie? Okay. I would probably go with Emperor's New Groove.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was one of me and my mom actually told that movie a lot when I was younger. I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great movie. I'm the biggest snacker here, so I'm happy to ask this question. Comes from the Leaf Olson, who asks, what's the best pregame snack?
Best pregame snack?
Yeah.
Skittles.
Wow.
I'd probably say Skittles. Yeah, it has a little bit of the sugar rush that you need to get amped, but you can never eat. I don't think you can never eat enough Skittles. So I probably say.
Do you think they all taste the same, or can you tell?
I can decipher between a few of the colors. If you gave it to me at random, I might be able to get them blindfolded. But yeah.
Okay, great. All right, next one here. This is from Fresh Princey. He or she writes. Oh, there's a hard-hitting question here. What do you think about Paul George possibly leaving the Pacers? Had a lot of people asking something like
that.
this.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
Yeah.
PG has to do what's best for him.
Right.
And he's obviously left his mark already in the state of Indiana. Everybody loves him here. He's been a great mentor for me. I personally don't want to see him go, but he has to do what's best for him. And
is that something like you'll talk to him about? Like he would talk to you, or he's just making that ultimately?
That's probably going to be up between him and the Pacers organization and his circle. But I'm sure that he'll let us know if anything happens. But I'm expecting to see him in Indianapolis next year.
Great.
Okay, next question, a little more lighthearted here from Real J LaPointe. Where do you get your sweet dad hats from?
Sweet dad hats.
Yeah. We got a couple photos here. What J LaPointe is referring to.
Low crown.
Yeah.
All right.
Low profile here.
Ah, yeah.
The nice strap on the
back. Is that
back.
in London?
This was in London, actually.
You like rocking
in January. So with the hats, I randomly see them on Instagram or social media. Like if I'm just scrolling and I see something I like, I was like, whoa. And it might be like a low-key company, not like a big company.
Yeah.
And I'm a big supporter of, supporting guys that are kind of on the come up and that and whatnot. So I saw a couple that I like, and I just ordered them off the jump. Shout out to PayPal, it's just
That's the first time PayPal's got a shout out on our show. Okay, next one comes from Brent Curry. Who is the Pacers' go-to locker room DJ?
Aaron Brooks.
Oh, yeah?
For sure, Aaron
Wow.
Brooks. Because Aaron Brooks, he doesn't just play hip-hop. He's going to give you a little soul. I might throw a little rock and roll in there. Me, personally, I like listening to everything. I like to kind of expand my horizon. Now, oddly enough, I'm from Texas, but I don't do country music. Sorry, Mom. Mom loves country music. That's her. She actually just came from a Tim McGraw concert in Indianapolis. And she had a lot of fun. But Aaron Brooks is definitely the DJ. He goes out there and just gets everybody hyped. And, he sets the mood more than anything.
Fantastic. Myles, we can't thank you enough for coming on. Can't thank the weirdos out there for sending in the questions. Shout out to you. Best of luck, obviously, with the off season and moving into next year. And have fun on Game Time tonight.
Sure, much appreciated, you guys.
Myles
Thank you.
Turner, everyone.